Hello and a huge big welcome back to Joe's vlog. Thank you very much if you've subscribed. Something that I wanted to talk to you guys about was supernatural really, and ghosts and stuff like that. Yet again, I wanted to have a discussion. If you guys have experienced anything and you'd like to talk about it, that'd be great. Something that really does quite interest me, quite a lot to say the least. Now, I used to work in an old building about a year ago now, and I worked in this place for about 3 years total. The building that I worked in was an old mill, so as you can imagine, it had big high ceilings. It was two things actually. It was a steam engine manufacturer, so they used to make steam engines and stuff, and they had like big beams that used to carry all of the metals, all of the steam engine equipment back and to, and after that it was a silk mill, so somewhere where they made silk. Now, when I first started working in this building, I always felt like I was being watched. It was weird. It was like I used to start about 3 o'clock in the morning. I used to start work, so I used to go in about 3 in the morning, and I used to feel like somebody was watching me. It was dead creepy. I mean, obviously every morning I unlocked the door, went in the building, locked up the door behind me, no one around, you know. There was only one way in, one way out, so you know, it was a bit weird. It was a huge building, and yet again I felt like I was being watched. But you know, as time went on and I worked there more and more and more, we started getting like cold spots. So you'd be working and then you'd go ice cold and all the hairs on your hands and arms would stand up. It was weird. But one particular thing that happened to me while I was working in this place was I went in the morning and I locked the door behind me, and the light was actually on the opposite side of the building. Now, I locked the door behind me, shut the door, it was pitch black dark, and I heard a loud bang, and then like the running of footsteps as if someone was in there. So obviously I thought, oh my god, you know, someone's in here with me. So I legged it across the other side of the building and I turned the light on, and I walked around this building frantically looking to see if there was anyone there, and there was no one there. But it was definitely from inside the building itself. Like I say, it was a big bang followed by big heavy footsteps. Definitely for the footsteps of a fully grown man or somebody, or a fully grown man running or something along them lines. But there was no one in the building, so I thought, oh my god, that's just weird, you know. So I worked there, I was doing that, turned the lights on, came across the other end of the building to carry on doing what I was doing, and I'd been in the kitchen and I'd tidied all the kitchen area up and made it nice and clean. Put everything back where it should be. So went back to the toilets, went back to clean the toilet area, come back down to the kitchen, and no word of a lie, right? There's no one in this building, it's a big old building. I got back into the kitchen area and all my stuff had been moved. No, honestly, no word of a lie. All my shit had been moved. Like, the cleaning chemicals that I'd left on the side, the tea, the coffee, all that sort of stuff had been moved. I was like, wow, this is just strange, you know. So obviously freaked out. I tidied the place up, put everything back as quick as I could, emptied my bins, and I was out there like a shot. But I still had to do the job, you know. The job still needed to be done. As time progressed, I went back more and more and I started taking photos. Now, I have actually got some photographs of the building. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can, I think it's JoeWillie48 at twitter.com, or just put in Joe Williamson into your Google on Twitter, and it should connect you to that way, shape or form. But there is quite a few photos that I've taken and uploaded there of visions of things that I have picked up from that building itself. One of them being a fully grown man, and he stood in the corner of the room. I've actually only showed you the picture of the man and the sort of doorway he stood in, just out of respect for the person who owns the building, really. But there's a picture of a fully grown man that I captured. Obviously at the time I didn't see it with my own eyes, because I tell you something, I'd have been gone. If I'd have seen that with my own eyesight, I'd have been out there like a shot, you know. But definitely have a look at that. It's something that's interesting. Also, I'm not sure how I would upload it to YouTube or how I'd upload it to Twitter or whatever, but we did pick up a load of EVPs. Now, for people who don't know what EVPs are, I think they're electro voice phenomenon, which is basically either a spirit or a ghost that has been picked up on film, and you can hear his voice talking. And we picked up quite a lot of voices while we were in the building. When it was just me in the building, and I didn't talk, I just had my phone on the side or my recording equipment on the side, and we picked up people talking, saying just random things really. I mean, my name was shouted out quite a lot. So yet again, just something that really interests me. So it's something that I have huge interest in. And yet again, check out my Twitter account. If you want to have a look at the videos on there, well, not the videos, if you want to have a look at the photos on there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Any questions, if you want me to elaborate any more, let me know. I'm slowly getting into this vlogging. You know, it's taken me a while, but we're getting there. Hope everyone's alright. Yet again, big thank you for having a look at my videos and stuff. Over and out.